we got the transmit going. Let's work on the RX part. We're going to go back over here. Now I'm still in the same Claude session. It kind of understands what I'm working on. So let's have a little discussion here. We're going to put it back in plan mode, which is Shift Tab. Till we see this down here, it says plan mode is on. Okay, now I'd like to work on another project for UART RX or receive. I would like to type in, if I type a 1 on my keyboard, I want to turn on the LED using the same LED as the Blinky project. And if I type a 0, it turns the LED off. So develop the plan for that and show me what you think. All right, so I give a little different additional information. So back to my diatribe. What was I talking about? Oh, so learning Verilog. At some point, this is not going to work for you. It could work for my needs for this project that I'm working on. Oh, okay. Wait, show me plan mode. Hold on. We'll get back to that in a minute. All right. So what it's going to do. All right. Here's the plan mode. Here's my instructions, basically. This is a companion to TR. Okay. What it's going to do is it's going to implement a UART receiver, which basically looks for this low pulse here and gets synchronized to the bit rate. And it's going to go through and basically detect sampling right in the middle of the sample period based on we're at a specific bit rate, which is 100. Well, it's telling you right here, to reliably read each bit, we need a sample in the middle of the bit period, which is 104 clocks at 12 megahertz. Okay. So it's basically telling you the entire thing here. And it's going to read these in. And RX is harder than TX because you must detect and synchronize the incoming clock. Okay. Good. Let's accept those things. Okay, so you may get to a point where you have to learn Verilog, which is fine. You probably should learn Verilog. You should at least understand what it's doing. Now, there are some things we'll go in and have a discussion here as one of these episodes about what we specifically are not learning about with FPGA programming. That primarily has to do with clock domains. It has to do with things like clock domains and other synchronous, asynchronous. There's a lot of advanced topics in Verilog that in our simple examples we're not getting exposed to at all. But Claude understands what those are and can craft projects for us to get a firm understanding of going beyond our simple projects here to going into developing very complex workflows or implementations in hardware. And actually, one of those, interesting enough, is we as programmers will look at this Verilog source code and think that it is sequential. Like our hardware goes and checks this and checks this and checks this and checks this. This is not how it works at all. All the commands that are in that Verilog file are executed all at the same time when the clock transitions. And okay, well, so let's just continue on. So everything happens at 12 megahertz bit rate every time. So that's what makes FPGAs really great at doing hardware integration. Okay, so our project's done. All right, let's get out of our actually let's get another window going. Let's put this one up here. We'll get another window going here. Here's our terminal down here. Okay, so we're going to go to UART RX. We're going to make prog. And then down here, we're going to get our terminal going. And I believe if I hit a 1, it turns the LED off, and I hit a 0, it turns it on. Okay. All right, so that's wrong. So we're just going to tell it you have the bit inverted. I didn't tell it which bit. I didn't tell it which bit to do. I just said you have the bit inverted. Let's see what it comes up with. Right. Yeah. What do you mean by inverted? Okay. So it asked me those questions, and basically when I typed the 1, it wasn't off. So it's looking for clarification on what the heck I meant. So we'll get into this in the future about the real nuances of how FPGAs work. But for now, we're just going through some very simple examples, and we're going to get more and more complex as we go along. I'm going to get ready over here, and I'm going to be able to make this and program it. All right. Now, as you can see, the code is actually pretty well documented already. All right, so I'm going to flash it. All right, so I have my part flashed. Now I'm going to hit a type of 1 LED on, 1 LED off, on, off, on, off. All right. Update the top level README file. Let's keep our documentation current. Actually, let's keep all the documentation current. Is this the top level README file? I think we need to create a README file for every project. So go into H directory and scan the file and create a README if one does not already exist. If one does exist, make sure that it's current and update it to the Verilog code that exists in that directory. So it's asking me, do you want to proceed? Proceed, but do this in parallel. Okay, so it's going to do this actually in parallel. It's going to launch multiple Claudes, and each one is going to run at the same time. Okay, so let's there's not one in this directory, not one in RX, there's not one in TX. Okay, so this is what so it wrote a blinky one. It wrote a blinky switches one. It wrote a PWM breathe readme. So we're getting down there. Now it's going to write a TX and RX, I believe. Okay. All right, so there's one here now. This is RX. So let's take a look at what it looks like. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, it's good to know. Good. All right, that's it for this one. We'll figure out what to do next time. Thanks for watching.